Hi everyone, it's Julie at the Paper Bag Lady One. Happy Monday! It is a beautiful sunshiny Monday here. A little cold still, but the sun makes it seem not so bad. So I hope everybody is doing well, and I wanted to show you some albums that I have been working on. I feel like it's been forever since I did albums. I've been cutting doilies and been home with my daughter and just this, that, and the next thing. So finally I feel like I'm getting back in the groove. So here's some albums that I thought that I would show you. And okay, let me move them out of the way so there's like not odd background things. So this is the first one, and this one I am showing you mainly for the sake of Monica, who could not believe that I colored something. So I said that I would show her. And I also used some of my new dyes on here, so I'm sure she will be fascinated by that too. So anyway, this is a 6x6 paper bag album, and it's, you know, nothing astounding, just a basic album to put pictures in for me to take to my craft shows and sell. I can point out this is a Cheery Lynn Designs die. I don't remember what it's called. I'm sorry, I put it away. And then these are, I believe these corners are Cuttlebug, a Cuttlebug die. And then this stamp is, can't remember. Autumn Leaves, maybe? I don't know, but it had a bunch of, there were like three different ones with words, 3 or 4 different ones, and so I just used my like brush point markers to color it. It is not lovely. I am not the best colorer. I like to color in a crayon, like in a coloring book with crayons, but this does not give me a thrill because it's teeny tiny and you have to be perfect in anything. But Monica, there it is! I really colored. So anyway, so let's take a look inside, and nothing too astounding in here, just more corners. These little journaling tags, I believe, are from a Martha Stewart stamp set. These again are the Cuttlebug corners. These flowers are a combination of Prima and Wild Orchid Crafts, and I Am Roses. Here's that die again from Cheery Lynn Designs. Oops. This here, I believe, is a Sizzix swirly die. This is a Marianne Creatables die, which I really like, and it's, if you can see there, it has embossing on it too. And I use that over here as well. That border die again, and the swirlies. And then finally here, this is also a Cuttlebug die. So there you have it. It's nothing too astounding. This was just paper I had left over from a wedding album that I did. I kept seeing this paper and I never bought it because I didn't really care for it. But then I had somebody bring me a wedding invitation, and darn it if the wedding invitation did not have that orange and like this kind of rosy color and yellow and navy blue. And I thought, well, that paper is perfect. So I used it for the wedding album. I had some left, so I cut some 6x6 albums with it. So there's that first album. The second one is done with, I believe it's Butterfly Garden is the paper, and I think it's Pink Paisley. This is a couple years old, if I am not mistaken. A friend had sent me some of it, and this was the last of it that I had, and so I used it here. And in this one, you can see I use a lot of doilies and appliques that I've cut up, and then of course the metal. So here on the front, we have corner piece of doily I cut into quarters. Here, this metal piece is 3-dimensional, as you can see, and then it has these little places there that I think you can put the little gems in, like the little crystals, but I don't have those, and frankly I'm too impatient to try and put the glue in and then place the gems, and I'm a fast crafter. I'm not always the best at detail because I go so fast. But anyway, so actually what I did in there was I used some platinum stickles, and then there's just like a little bead in the center there. And then all these pages are roughed up on the edges with that Making Memory, where is it? Here it is. This distresser. And then I actually sprayed them all, if you can see the glimmer there, I sprayed them with some glimmer mists, and honestly I had prepped this so long ago. I cut the paper and distressed it and sprayed it so long ago that I don't remember for sure which colors I used. Some of it might be Glimmer Mist, some of it might be Lindy's. Truly, I can't remember. And then I actually had these, let me see if I can No, they're real far away. But basically, they're just these. They look like they kind of look like masks, like a big die cut. But I used it as a mask, and I put it down. And I don't think you can probably see there, but some of them were flowers and some were butterflies, and then I sprayed, so it's very faint. But anyway, so there's the cover. And then this is just more of the collection that I just cut and distressed, and of course it does come out, so you can put a picture there, on there too if you wanted. You can journal on the back. Oops, maybe I better not take all those out while I'm showing this. But anyway, so there's more applique. All of this, most of the applique came from just one big applique, and I just kept cutting it up, using it. More metal, of course, and the doilies, and the corners. I tell you what, these corners are like the best thing ever, ever. I love them. So we have those little things in the corners. Look at this cute little birdie in the bird cage. I can't remember where I got that, but darn, it's cute. Anyway, moving on. Go. More doily that I layered and cut down. We have some trim, and I just attached it using brads there. It's my favorite little daisy. I should put this tripod up higher so that you can actually see the whole thing in the camera better. I never think of it until I start, and then it's too late. Oh well. And then here. I'm not really going into any kind of detail because you can see what it is. It's all doilies and trim and metal and applique. And then the paper. And then look, I love this. I used this big fat applique like trim and then put the daisies with the bling in the middle, and then it makes a pocket. I love pockets. Anyway, so there we go. So that is my my other album, and I like this paper. I know, like I said, it's old, but that, if you know me, you know I'm not up on having like the most recent paper. It doesn't faze me. So okay, so here's album number 3, and this one, I might have to put it down so you can see the whole thing in the camera, because this is actually an 8x8 paper bag album. And actually, let me pick it up to show you the cover. So we'll start here. This is some vintage lace that I got at one of my local antique stores, and then I layered some doilies, and then this is the metal. It's the metal piece, and I actually cut it in half and adhered it. And then this cameo right here is chipboard from Gina's Designs. And then what I did is I took the bottom layer and I embossed it with Ancient Gold, Princess Gold embossing powder from Ranger. And then the next layer, the oval, is this from Recollections. It's chunky embossing powder, aged black. And then the top, the woman's face, is chunky embossing powder, aged silver from Recollections. Although it doesn't really look terribly silver. It looks kind of a little bit more in the gold family. So that's what I did for that. Put the corners on, of course. Here, okay, so you may or may not know this about me, but I am not a jewelry maker. I am not a charm maker. I am not really big on, you know, all that little teeny tiny stuff. But looky there, I found this little piece of chain in my stash. And then I had jump rings, and I attached them, and I fought with them, but it worked. So here we have a key dangling, and I'm pretty sure Mo sent that to me, maybe. I know Mo sent me this. Monique, who's Butterbee Scraps. And look at this cute little cutie patootie, if you can see. It's a little box and it opens. Now I know she has a bunch of charms on her Zibbet store, which is also Butterbee Scraps. I honestly don't know if she has this one in any of the collections or not, but darn, it's cute, and I really like it dangling there. And then this is, it says Dreams on it, and I honestly can't remember what it came from. It was from a pack of stuff. They might have been making memories. I'm not sure. And then we just have again, the corners, because I love the corners so much. I fought with this cover. I do not like making covers. Do not like it at all. But I was pleased with the way this one turned out in the end. So anyway, let's go inside. Not a whole lot to explain inside. It's just one of my basic layouts. These are 6x6 mats, and then underneath I layered pieces of paper, and then I just took different laces and trims. I believe this big nice fat one I got from my friend Taya, if I'm not mistaken. More doilies here. Oh, here we can see the little cameos. Those are the paper company, I think. I think I got them at Big Lots. It was like a big pack of them. But anyway, so I use those. And then these little flat back pearls that a variety of friends have sent me some. So I don't know who sent me which color. So if you sent me these kind of silvery, goldish, I'm not really sure what shade it is. Thank you. I love them. I use them. So anyway, over here we have more metal. And then this is just some vintage, what you call that? Eyelet. I really like the eyelet. Oh, and these are open at the top. So one day if I ever get around to dyeing any more tags, I can, I can put my shipping tags in there. So anyway, so here's some more eyelet. Again, lace, eyelet. There's a little bit of Prima, like one Prima flower on each page. But then the metal and the doilies. Do a lot. There's some photo turns that you can slide behind. Here's another big doily that it hung over the edge, and so I tucked it around before I adhered the page down. There's my favorite daisy again. And again, more of the same, more of the same. Oh, see this eyelet here? Do you remember I showed that big bed skirt that I got the other day at my thrift store? Well, I started cutting the eyelet off, and that is from that. So yay, that was exciting. And there's the last page. So again, nothing too exciting to have to explain to you, but I do have to say that I really, really like the look with the metal and the doilies and the lace. I mean, this is a K & Company paper, I believe, and I believe it is a number of years old. I mean, I might have had it back from when I started doing this like 5 years ago. But as you can see, you can still use it, even though it may not be the most up-to-date, but it certainly works for the look I was going for. So anyway, so those are my 3 albums that I have been working on, and I'm excited. I have the rest of the week in the studio to work on more and more and more. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I hope you enjoyed looking. Remember, you can get the metal, a lot of these metal things, at Butterbee Scraps on Zibbit. She has great prices and an awesome selection. And then I have doilies on my Etsy, which is the Paper Bag Lady. I just actually got a new tablecloth yesterday, and I have another one I'm to get later this week, so I will be having some new ones coming in the next week or so. So anybody who's interested, let us know. I hope you have a great afternoon. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.